this video, we are going to teach you the top 3 Town Hall 10 Hog Rider attack strategies. So each one of the attacks uses the hogs, but there are different ways to get this strategy to work to help you get the 3 stars depending on the base layout. So that's what we're going to cover, and we're going to rank them in order from 3 right the way up to the best Town Hall 10 attack strategy. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, let's dive straight into it. Before we get into the top 3 Town Hall 10 Hog Rider attacks, I want to show you my Hog Rider attack from this war, which got me 99%. The reason I want to show you this is I learned a key lesson within this that I wanted to share with you so that you don't make the same mistake. So we're bringing in my kill squad from this side so that we can take out some key objectives. Mainly, and you'll see this as we move through the video, we're taking out the clan castle troops, the queen, and we can also get access to the king from this area as well. And we're also going to get that multi-inferno, so pretty good value. This isn't the problem. Yes, my queen walks, but I get the value that I want, so it's not the end of the world. I bring my hog riders in quick enough to protect that kill squad, and I basically bring them in from just a wide angle to try and set that funnel, because I knew there was a couple of Teslas along that side as well. As they come around, what you want to do, if you have a scout attack, you want to check if there are any skeleton traps within the base that could basically continue to hit your hog riders. Now I place my poison down, not even realizing that there's a couple of hogs here that the skeletons follow, and they path around the poison spell. That's because I put it in way too early. Now what you will see here is how much that will cost me. I clear everything. I have cleanup troops at the bottom there. Getting over to this expo, I would have taken that down had the skeletons not fried the hog riders, and essentially at that point it would have been a 3-star. So what is the key lesson? If you're taking a poison spell for them skeleton traps, make sure to just hold on that extra second. Make sure that when you put that poison down, you are going to hit the skeletons, because they will go down super fast. You just need to place it right, and it would have given me the 3 stars. Hard luck, not quite what we wanted, but let's get into the top 3 Hog Rider attacks at Town Hall 10, with the first one being the Queen Charge. So this is number 3. Now the reason for this, and I want to put a quick disclaimer here guys, any of these strategies could be considered the best against a set base layout. That's hopefully what we're going to explain throughout these ones, so make sure to stick around. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for all of my Clash content and hit that notification bell as well to see my videos once they go live. So the Queen Charge, one pivotal thing you need to do is get that funnel. We've created the funnel at the top here. The king is doing a nice job at the bottom so that our queen comes in. The last thing you want is your queen walking around, because if you are using a Queen Charge, it's then very hard to correct it. Now taking a look at this again, think about them key objectives I mentioned in the first attack. King is going down, CC is going down, and the queen is going down. In itself, that is massive value, and we're also carving an area out of the base to control the hog riders. Why does the Queen Charge work? We have a sweeper pointing this way, sweeper pointing to the top. Our healers are fine. Multi-inferno is at the top here, so we don't have a single inferno which is going to ramp up and hit our queen. It's basically a good area to bring the queen in from, and the slammer allowed us to do that. Obviously you could use wall breakers, jump spells, whatever you wanted. Now the good thing about a Queen Charge is you do want to try and bring your hog riders in quick enough to protect your kill squad, but the queen can kind of do that herself. She already has the healers. You don't necessarily need to bring the hog riders in front of the queen. However, just plan it out on the base and think about what you're doing. Now look at that poison spell right on top of the skeletons. They go down, and that's exactly what I should have done in that first attack, shouldn't we? But wanted to show you that because it was part of this war. I crushed that base, just made one key mistake, and that's essentially what can happen. So I wanted you guys to see that as well. But let's move on to the number 2 Hog Rider attack strategy at Town Hall 10. Now, if you're also interested in seeing the top 5 Town Hall 10 attack strategies to help you get the 3 stars, I'll be sure to link that video down in the description, and I'll also link it at the end of the video. So once you've finished watching this one, be sure to check that one out because we cover different strategies within that one. So what is the number 2 Hog Rider attack strategy at Town Hall 10? This is the mass Hog Riders. Now this can be a little bit tricky to get the hang of as well because you're not setting the pathing up for the Hog Riders as much, but you're wanting the Hog Riders to do a bigger job essentially. So you don't need as big of a kill squad. This could still be classified as a kill squad, but essentially what you're trying to do is take out, if you can, the Queen, CC and King, remember, because the King can hit Hog Riders, but if you can't get all of them, it's basically what other value can you get. So as you can see, up in this top area of the base, we're actually able to take out the CC, the Queen, a multi-inferno, but again, carve pathing as well. So since we take out this area, we know that the Hog Riders don't have to go there, so we can bring them in from the left again, if we can, trying to protect the kill squad. But since we are not taking a massive kill squad, we're mainly focusing on Hog Riders for this strategy. This could be classified your Sui hero method in terms of the second one. I call it the mass hogs because basically you are packing that army out with Hog Riders. The more Hog Riders you can take, the better. But you can see that we brought a lot of them over from this side. We then reinforced here. We've reinforced at this side. That's the main thing about the mass Hog Riders. You have to do a little bit more surgical deployment because if you don't, you can quite easily lose the hogs. They can start running around the base, so you have to think about that. We will show you one more example because I don't feel this one attack has given you all of the tips you need for the mass Hog Rider strategy, but that is the main thing that I wanted to get across for this one. You're basically using as small of a kill squad as possible. That is suicide heroes essentially. Sometimes you can send a blimp or a slammer in from one side, get the Queen, send the King and Queen in from the other side, get the King and the CC, something like that. As long as you're taking out them objectives, you can then path your Hog Riders. Now you might want to basically send all of them in from one side of the base, spread them right out. That could work. However, you basically want to try and get that surgical deployment down. Now we do have an attack by Unger here, which you've seen do this strategy before, so let me explain it to you. And he does take one golem on this one, so this one kind of transitions into that number 1 strategy. Be sure to stick around to see what that one is, but he's coming in from the right hand side of the base. Now again, all of these attacks are by crunch time. If you're interested in joining crunch time, be sure to join my Discord. It's linked down in the description. You can find out everything you need to know there, but we are currently not recruiting 10s, only 11 and 12s. So on this one, again, think about them objectives that we mentioned. What do we have? We've got the King here, the Queen here, the CC, and actually we take down an Inferno as well, so pretty good value on this one. But again, it's a small kill squad. We're not taking a huge kill squad, although granted, he does get a lot of value from it. The main portion of the attack is Hog Riders, so in they come. Again, what you can do is send a long line of Hog Riders to basically help you with the pathing. But as they come down here, notice how he still has 13 hogs. That's to target these defenses on the outside, because what you don't want is your hogs splitting this way, some of them split this way. It's then a nightmare in order to track them properly. So make sure you are just sprinkling in the Hog Riders onto them defenses on the outside to then merge in with the main pack, and that's where you will then use your spells. Your heal spells will be on the inside of the base, unless a bunch of them jump out and there's a giant bomb or something like that. But you want to try and minimize the potential of that happening by bringing in the Hog Riders. So look at how many are left over. If you do this correctly and you can take out the value initially, again, you're not taking out loads, you're trying to take out the objectives that you want in terms of King, Queen, CC if possible, with as minimal troops. Then you are using mass Hog Riders to take the rest of the base. That one can take a bit of practice because again, the pathing of the Hog Riders can be a bit tricky. So the number one, the best Town Town Hall 10 attack strategy when using Hogs is most definitely your traditional kill squad Hog Riders. You want to take 2 golems with this, and essentially you are getting deep into the base. Now yes, we have a wall wrecker. It is probably going to be the best thing if you take a slammer. It basically can get ahead of the golems. The wall wrecker is the best one. If you don't have that, this is still possible. You just need to use a jump spell, and basically it is going to be harder. There's no two ways about it, guys. But if you're taking 2 golems, you're thinking that you want to get big value, and you're putting less emphasis on the Hogs. That's why I'm putting it as the number 1 strategy, because it can be a bit more forgiving. As you can see, the King's doing nothing down there, is he? He's battering against a wall. That's a key mistake, but this is still going to work. And the other thing is, a kill squad is a kill squad. If you get good at doing this, you can then finish off the base with a Lalo, miners, whatever's better. This can transition into a number of strategies. So again, it can be a little bit more forgiving with the Hog Riders because you've got the pathing a little bit better, look. We know exactly where them Hogs are going to go. We're basically just bringing in a couple towards these outside defenses, and that is it. In they come, and honestly, it's the easiest way to get your hang of Hog Riders. If you haven't quite practiced this strategy before, it is most definitely the most forgiving way, and it will help you to learn the strategy the best. Then what I recommend doing is trying to pull away from the kill squad. Can you make it more efficient? Can you take less troops to try and integrate that mass Hog Rider strategy better so that you've got a little bit of variety there? Some bases you can get the value, a lot of splash damage, multi-inferno. For instance, my first attack, King, Queen, CC. Take that heavy kill squad. Get the value while you can. If they're kind of spread out, can you just take a couple of things, literally take that and mass Hog Rider the base? Or if you can get the Queen charge to work equally, that is very, very good. So that is going to wrap it up for this one at Town Hall 10. I hope that shows you a couple of different strategies that you can use with the Hog Riders. If you want to see the top 5 Town Hall 10 attack strategies, it is right there, guys. Go click it now. But until next time, peace out.